Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 3 stocks to keep on watch for tomorrow and why you should keep them on your watch list. All right, I'm also going to be doing an update on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video, which I released on Sunday. So let's dive right into it. Right off the bat, we got the SPY over here, and currently there's about 30 minutes left until the market closes. But right now, we're just going to look at the overall market. So yesterday, I told you guys about a potential, like a slow day. It started off really slow, and then the volume picked up in the afternoon, and the market closed really strong. Like the daily charts, I was expecting a doji. And it's this is a big doji. All right, it's not, I was expecting a smaller candle, but it turned out to be a little bit bigger than expected, which is fine. All right, which is fine. And today we had a morning run in the overall markets, and the SPY went all the way up to 44.20. I don't think this is quite done yet. I don't think so. And keep in mind that the CPI data will be released on Thursday morning. That's coming up in 2 days. So this is an event to watch out for. There will be a lot of volatility and a lot of opportunity. All right. So now with the overall markets in general, let's take a look at the VIX, because the VIX tells a lot. All right. And previously, something that I thought was really weird, like I've mentioned previously before, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I gave you guys these two lines and how I was watching the VIX for a move up to $21. And on that specific day, on the 4th, I was expecting, I drew the thing for you guys. Let's go on here to the 5-minute. All right, I drew it for you guys. Notice how I said this thing is gonna go up here to 21 and then drop. Like during the day, it never actually got there. But this is the 4th. Again, this is the 4th. But when I switch to the daily, it tells me that the candle started up at 26 and then fell. So something is off, all right? So ever since that happened, again, it's been like the bullish momentum has been picking up. And right now it's picking up a lot. I think the bullish momentum is gonna keep going. There's a lot of room down here. And as the market continues to go higher, I expect the VIX to fade some more. All right, now the first stock that y'all should be keeping on watch, the first stock, that one is BBY. All right, and the reason why I want to share BBY with you guys is because not the daily chart. It looks really sloppy on the daily. Number one is very oversold. It dropped from the highs of 140 all the way down. All right, and number two, the support was at around 60, 65 to 70 bucks. And then number three is this. There's a fallen wedge on here. It jumped overnight and went up to $72. The price target that I have on it is 78 bucks. The question is, when is it going to get there? It's very tricky with the fallen wedge. It doesn't always behave the best. And by the best, I mean it doesn't always just run in a straight line like this. Sometimes it does very annoying things where it drops here, plays around, and then runs much later than what you would expect. All right, but big picture overall, the daily charts is getting bullish. There is a hammer on here. I'm not that worried about it. If it opens lower, the odds are it's gonna be bought up and it's gonna close at like 71.50, and then it's gonna continue to go higher. The first stop is 74, and then the next stop is the next target, I mean, is 78 bucks. It's all a matter of when and if the volume can pick up. So this is the first stock to keep on watch. The second stock to keep on watch is another fallen wedge, which is Disney. All right, and Disney, I give that one to you guys 2 weeks ago on Sunday. I told y'all again, long-term investors are going crazy over Disney because it's at the 2020 lows, right? Like it wasn't gonna stay that low forever. Like it was in this box right here, and I told you guys, long-term investors are watching this like a hawk. and it's prone to make a big move. All right, it took a really long time to get to $83. I thought it would get there on the 3rd, but instead it sold off and then got there on that Friday of last week. All right, so this is Monday and then this is today. It's still bullish. The falling wedge is still there, and there is a little gap to fill at $88, and I think it's gonna get filled really, really soon. So keep your eyes on Disney for that first move right there. It obviously earnings is right around the corner, and there's gonna be a whole lot of volatility then, but that's like in a month. So again, we're gonna take things day by day. All right, and for this week specifically, watch Disney for a continuation to 88. Maybe if there's some turbulence with the CPI data, let's say that the reaction to CPI is terrible, like it could open up back at it could open at 83 and then run again. Either way, the situation is gonna be bullish. It all depends on how it gets up to this green circle and whether it's gonna get there by the 17th or it's gonna get there by the 20th. All right, so that's the second stock to keep on watch. The third stock, or I would say the third sector to keep on watch, is the Chinese sector again. All right, the Chinese sector kind of like made me mad yesterday, but it's all right. This one right here, I mentioned it on Sunday. It played some games yesterday, and then it went to where I thought it was gonna go today. All right, it's not quite done yet. And the one that I really, really like is KWEB. And KWEB has a bullish pennant on there. And this one is still going, and it's not quite done yet. It's almost at 29.50, and that gap on the left hasn't even been filled yet. So there's that one to take care of right here, and there's multiple other ones which I should have looked at before making the video, but there is multiple other ones because this stock tends to leave a lot of gaps as it trades, and they haven't all gotten filled just yet. So keep your eyes on this one for a move up to 29.30, potentially no 29.50, maybe even $30 at some point this week. All right, now an update on Microsoft. I gave you guys, let's go on the 1 minute. All right, Microsoft, I'm going to clean up the charts, and then I told you guys what to expect with Microsoft after it made this thing. So it had a clean structure on here that broke out on Friday. I explained it in the last video. Then I told you that I wasn't really expecting much, maybe even a retest to 320 before we close higher. All right, it didn't retest, but it definitely closed higher, and it's been holding its own ever since. It's trying to get above 330. It's struggling right now. I would just say this one, you gotta watch it for intraday opportunities with it. All right, so yesterday, I think there was one yesterday. No, it's not the cleanest. It's not, yeah, no. It was just an uptrend yesterday, but right now it's just trying to hold at that same price. The other stocks that did decent, let's go to Tesla. All right, the other stock that did really, really well, that moved the way I told you it would move, was this one, Tesla. This one dropped a little bit to 248 before closing higher, just like Microsoft, right? And today it had an ascending triangle which broke out in the morning above 263. I didn't know what was really going on with it until that alert ringed in the morning right over here. All right, so as soon as this thing rang, like, I knew it was gonna go to 270, and it didn't even get to, it got to 269 and then immediately rolled back down. I don't think it's quite done yet. I think it still has some room. This is just like the little pullback before we see another one of these in the morning. Like, I think it's gonna open up higher at 266 and then have another one in the morning like that, and then go all the way up to 272 and then fade again and close at 260 before the earnings report comes out on Tuesday morning. All right, so that's my very honest thoughts on all of the stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to demolish the like button as always. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't followed me on social media yet, you can find me at NGumah and the Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if you're interested in getting some free stocks, you can sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.